Italy, 1796, and the situation is grim for the Austrians. Their main army under General Bullio is under siege in Alessandria, but it is unable to break out because of an advantageous French hill position. Bullio's last attempt ended in complete disaster after losing all of his artillery and his heavy guns in another battle to the French. There is very little chance that he could successfully assault such a strong, entrenched French position, but there is a glimmer of hope for the Austrians. Marching to his aid is General Alvinci, Austria's most competent commander, with a relief force. This force is made up of units coupled together from across Milan, Lodi and Mantua, but for the sake of time, Alvinci is unable to bring up any supporting guns to aid his attack. He is therefore in a very tricky position. His options are as follows: to attack Napoleon and relieve his battered comrades in the city, or to retreat and gather more guns and men, cutting his losses. Giving up Alessandria without a fight will allow the French to secure the foothold they need to launch attacks against Milan, whilst having almost suffered no casualties in the process. On the other hand, an attack on a prepared and defensive position commanded by Napoleon himself would surely be pure folly. Alvinci decides to put the question to his staff, and in a heated debate, decide that relieving the siege is the riskier but more sound plan. Alvinci prepares his army to assault. Okay guys, what I'm hoping here then is Alvinci's going to come down here with his reinforcements hopefully this turn, and we're going to park him behind Napoleon and attack Napoleon, which means I'm hoping the battlefield will flip on its head and I'll be the one that has the hill. Alright,
I think.
Opération de siège en préparation!
You'll notice that by a good stroke of luck for me, Chris cannot see my army coming to relieve the city. As far as he's concerned, Alvinci is still making his way down to the front line and not on the border, waiting to attack. This is why Chris does not assault the city this turn or fall back as I was expecting him to do.
Your turn. Well, this is a much more interesting campaign than when Dan fell. Oh my god.
What?
Jesus. What is that?
You just see that?
Is that another 10 stack of militia?
Opération
No,
de siège
not
en
this
préparation!
militia,
Opération de siège en préparation!
Yes.
Oh god, it really is Alvinci.
Should I stay or should I go? Alvinci's rapid advance had caught the French unawares, but as you look at this matchup, you may think Chris to be mad to stay and fight. However, all is not as it seems. Basically, due to engine limitations, you cannot reinforce an army over 20 stacks, even if you adjust the code for bigger armies like I have. You have to wait until that said army is below 20 before the game will reinforce. So Bullio and his reinforcements are essentially out of the fight. Alvinci also starts with less units than the French, and the French have more experienced infantry and a decent sized 6-pounder artillery battery, whilst the Austrians have no artillery. The only real advantage Alvinci holds over the French is in cavalry, and whilst this is a great thing, cavalry are notoriously bad in siege warfare, which is what this essentially is. Alvinci will have to use all his cunning and tactics to drive the French from the field to ensure that this bold and risky manoeuvre pays off. It's a cold, early August morning, and General Napoleon Bonaparte and General Joseph Alvinci face off on the outskirts of Alessandria. Unable to observe each other's deployments, both have chosen to focus their efforts on specific parts of the battlefield. Chris has opted for battlefield control, not just to hide inside the town. His main position is on a big hill on his left flank, where he has placed the majority of his artillery. This position will deny Alvinci the opportunity to attack from that direction and also hold a strong flank on any Austrian assault on the town, but it could weaken French control of that said town and spread the French infantry too thinly. Alvinci, however, has no idea where the main strength of the French is, and therefore does not know that the French are deployed on the hill. Time will tell whether this ends up being a tactical masterclass or a huge mistake. This deployment does offer Chris one advantage though. If one flank or the other starts to crumble, he can fall back to the hill or the town. I meanwhile have deployed the Austrians with the sole intention of attacking the town, which is where I believe the main French strength will be. Attacking the town is risky, especially for the setup I have, with my army more suited to open field combat. I must make sure not to throw away my cavalry brigade needlessly. Instead, I'm hoping to tie down as many French regulars as possible. This should even the odds, as Chris knows that anything but infantry that can form anti-cavalry squares are incapable of defending against my elite horsemen.
This battle is legitimately like insanely large.
Oh yeah, don't lose this one.
I would never.
Nothing will go wrong.
Nothing can go wrong.
Here we go again, boys. This time I can't lose guns because I don't have any, but I mean...
When has that ever stopped you?
Where are your guns? That's the question. That's the big question.
It's the question of the day.
Monsieur,
Where have I hidden all my artillery?
I'm sure I'll find out very quickly.
I'm sure you will.
Oh, well, there they are. There's one of them at least. Still relatively unaware where French guns are positioned, I sent my militia forward to probe French defences. And the thick blocked ranks of militia are too tempting a target for French gunners. Oh gosh. Guys, hide behind the buildings.
The buildings can't see you now.
And have started to probe and investigate French forces on the hill. And to my astonishment, I find a far larger concentration of French forces than I had previously thought. It was becoming clear that Chris had preferred battlefield control rather than singular defence of the town. This was going to restrict just how effective my cavalry could be, as they would be restricted in their control and manoeuvrability by French units on the ridge. Bit of a wasted charge there, I'll be honest. Not liking the look of that one. Yeah, bit of a waste there. After accidentally stumbling across the main French force, I decided to not commit any more cavalry units to a disastrous hill assault, needing them instead to screen Chris's forces and not allow him to reinforce the town. Then, in a terrifying turn of events, General Alvinci gets caught by some marauding French cavalry. Oh no.
God's work.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Oh, hello. That's really unfair.
You're gonna
Don't
win.
kill Alvinci this early on. That's really sneaky. And with my heart in my mouth, he flees towards the safety of his men, barely escaping with his life. How dare you try and snipe my general? That's such a disgusting thing to do.
I just got it in me.
Meanwhile, in the town, Austrian units are making steady progress on the left flank. With limited artillery support, I realised that this section of Chris's defence is the weakest and decide to commit some of my valuable fusiliers to drive back the French militia.
What are those militia doing? They were forming lines. What is this?
Yes. Using my cavalry as quick reaction strike forces was allowing me to push back Chris's militia from the edge of town. But my men would still have to fight through the narrow streets and close-range canister of Chris's guns before being able to secure a solid foothold. Talking of footholds though, there's still one we have yet to discuss, and that's the building in the centre of the map. This 500-man capacity building is going to be the centre of all conflict in this battle. If Chris loses control of this building, then his position in the town will start to look extremely tenuous. You're actually winning this. I'm very surprised.
Our men are running, sir.
What is this house made out of? Why do you win against? You don't even have it. You have landware in there.
I have the house, boys. Aside from my obvious pure skill, there are a few reasons why I was winning this house-to-house combat. But the most important was that I had brought Alvinci up all the way from the back line to sit behind one of the taller buildings, allowing my men to be in range of a morale boost from his general's aura. This, combined with the routing French units and the occasional canister fire causing a morale shock to both sides, in theory allowed my men to win the combat. Hand-to-hand combat in buildings has always been finicky in Napoleon Total War. We are slowly pushing him back though, boys.
Oh, come on! Let's go!
You didn't see him in time. Yes. Another negative about having such long defensive lines is that you can never be everywhere at once, and it only takes a few seconds in this game for a cavalry unit to commit to a charge and succeed. If Chris had pressed the square button here, as he usually and often does, Chris's Fusiliers would still be alive and would have thrown back my cavalry unit. Chris cannot afford to lose full strength Fusilier infantry so cheaply, and it makes his position even weaker, forcing him to turn back units from the town and defend the hill. Yes, run away. A whole unit of Fusiliers gone. Yes. Very good, Chris. Are you sure you want to stay? Should I stay or should I go? He's gone silent on me. That means I know he's concentrating.
Come on, boys. Just wait until the battle crashes. It saves us every time.
The anchor that was holding the town in French control was now very much cut. My elite Fusiliers, untouched from cannon or musket fire, were ordered to advance. Their orders to secure the town and destroy any French in their way. This should break the boys. This is a close one, Chris.
Yeah.
My men have done the impossible, assault a town with a weaker force against entrenched guns. This battle is still far from over, even though my first reinforcements were starting to trickle in. They were General's bodyguards. Any further assault on the hill would be a risky endeavour without significant fresh infantry reinforcements. But if I didn't assault, then Chris would win the battle, and Bellio would be trapped for another turn inside the city. Ooh, hit the house.
I didn't hit the house.
This was going to be no easy task. The French shored up on their hill position, and me, with weakened troops and no artillery support, I was going to have to do this extremely carefully and extremely methodically. If I could trap Chris's rear line defending against my cavalry, I might have a chance to push through with my troops on the front. Oh, is this going to be the biggest atomic victory ever? Finally, elite Austrian units were starting to come onto the battlefield, including some member units such as France's Dragoons. These medium cavalry are killers, and Chris is especially fearful of them. With these heavy cavalry on the field, it was now becoming more and more evident that Chris would have to deploy a lot of his regulars to defend his back line, which meant his front line would be significantly weaker to my infantry assault. Look at this. The French being pushed out of the town. What a pretty good engagement from me.
Frickin' can't do anything.
You gonna retreat, Chris?
I can't do anything because you're winning all the house engagements, whether I have infantry or not, and you just get land war.
My boys. Chris desperately needed those extra reinforcements if he was ever going to hold this position, but unfortunately for him, I spotted them. First, the lucky placement of cavalry.
Hey, hang on a second. What is that? What is that bull crap? What is that?
I didn't see it. I didn't know they were coming on there, Chris. I didn't know they were coming on
crap? Come on.
I did not know they were coming on there, I swear.
Swear to God, you're gonna rat. Oh my God. The frick.
Yes!
Literally spawn camping.
Trust me, Chris would have his revenge very soon, but not in this battle. All the while I'm building up for my assault on the hill, infantry and cavalry moving into position. Fill the gap. Plug the gap if you please. Gosh, I've got to stop quoting Waterloo.
You need to stop quoting Waterloo.
Spotting a weak point in Chris's line where his militia were on the front, I decided to charge head on with my chevaliers and cuirassiers to hopefully cause a chain rout and break through Chris's front line. Here we come. Oh, it was looking really dangerous for you here, Chris.
Did you just charge down a square?
What?
Charge down a square. What was that?
I think it's morale. Morale broke them. Guys, we might have pulled off the biggest atomic victory ever. I think he has. He's retreating. He's retreating.
Nothing went this way in my favor.
Where's Napoleon?
It's the town. It's the freaking town. You win with land war against attacking like regulars. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
with
really?
This. Yeah, that's why I couldn't hold the town. You beat like 3 units with a single unit of land war.
With the French right collapsing, Chris realises that his line of retreat is starting to be cut off and decides to cut his losses. If left any longer, French troops would have been trapped and destroyed. Even though Austrian cavalry attempt charge after charge on the retreating French, Napoleon holds his men together and saves a significant portion of his army. This move alone may have just saved the French campaign.